Greetings, soccer lovers, aka football lovers. Welcome to the MLS Report on Ball Chat. I'm your host, Benton. Along with my family. Biggs, how are you doing, boss?
I'm here, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well. You sound twangish there. And on the phone we have, come on, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Come on is actually suffering from a big defeat. Atlanta United kicked up DC United game just concluded. So, big up to the Five Stripe. But to wrap up our MLS, I review our MLS games this weekend. El Tráfico took the center stage. Come on, Galaxy versus LAFC. Your thoughts on that game?
It was an awesome game. I stayed up late to watch it, and I was not disappointed. Zlatan can be a little bit obnoxious. Well, let's not say a little bit, a lot obnoxious. But I like that when he talks, he walks. So the hat trick that he scored was a very good hat trick. I enjoyed it. I guess the best part of the game for me was when Blessing flew through the air because Zlatan just steamrolled him. But it was a good game, and I love Carlos Vela, but Zlatan was the best player on the pitch that night.
Junior.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on this game?
It was everything the MLS could hope for. It had the pre-game pageantry, it had the actual game that lived up to the hype, and it also had the post-game pageantry. So it's everything the game it could hope for. But to highlight Zlatan shows what the MLS is missing on a whole, which is in terms of true superstar identities and true superstar players. And we need more players like that in the MLS for the MLS to truly compete with the world leagues, because this is a player that came out and said, I am the best player in the league. He said that going in, and he proved it. Because we were all waiting to jump on him. I thought you said you were the best, and he proved himself. So big up to Zlatan. Big up to Carlos Vela too. He stepped up to the plate and did what he could do as well. So he showed that why Zlatan put him in the crosshairs. He proved why Zlatan put him in the crosshairs. So big up to Carlos Vela as well.
And Carlos Vela is leading the MLS in goal scoring, on track to break Joseph Martinez's record. He scored 21 goals in 20 games. Mm-hmm. But I give all the credit and respect to Zlatan Ibrahimovic for his play on the field. I don't like him though. I think he's obnoxious. He's somebody that I wouldn't want my kids to be around. And watching that game and the aftermath of the game, it was quite disheartening to him telling the assistant coach, what? Come on. What did he tell the assistant coach?
I can't recall.
You cannot recall. Go home, you little... So that's not...
I think he has personality, and this is what the MLS is getting. I mean, what has changed? What has changed, Benton? He has been this person at all the clubs that he has been to.
Yeah.
So, for you to say that you think he's obnoxious, you wouldn't want your person. People love Zlatan. We love it because MLS can be boring. I mean, It can be without personality, right? We already complain about, not enough skill from some of the players. So now that Zlatan is actually letting people stay up like myself and watch a rivalry. I think it's good. I mean, it's good.
Well, we'll see. Should he get a suspension for that speech afterwards to the assistant coach, the language?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What did the coach say to him? I mean, absolutely not.
Okay.
Aren't we talking about free speech? If we are going to start relegating what players are saying after the whistle is blown, then what are we going to do? Did you see the video when he was walking in the tunnel and somebody from the opposing team yelled something derogatory at him? I mean, are we going to find that player or that person? What are we going to do? So I think, we don't need to police Zlatan after the final whistle.
Who should be suspended is the audio-visual guy and the producer to allow that to slip through.
To slip through?
Yeah, that's who the FCC is going to go for.
So as fans of the MLS, we're okay with Zlatan being our standing bearer at the moment.
Yeah, you have to have a heel. You have every league have to have a heel. You have other leagues that have these personalities that people love to hate.
Okay.
That's what marketing likes.
Okay.
It's great for MLS.
It's great. According to my co-host here, everyone thinks it's great. For most of the verdict is great for the MLS.
Don't take the fun out of the game.
Yeah.
Leave the game. I'm almost sure Messi and Ronaldo said things too in the heat of the moment. Let us not take the fun out of it.
Exactly.
I like his personality. If my son thinks that he's a role model, then I have to kind of talk to him still. Then because I'm supposed to be his role model. But I like the personality of Zlatan.
And of course, let's see if Blessing have issues with this. He said he's somebody I looked up to after the game. I mean, where does Latif? The MLS doesn't have room for Latif and Zlatan, both.
No, but what did Latif say wrong? I mean, what did he say after the game?
Latif said this is somebody I looked up to.
But he's still looking up to him because he fell on the ground looking at him. So he's still looking up to him. Hey, you achieved what you wanted, sir.
Latif is going off feelings. He was embarrassed because within 24 hours there were so many memes of Zlatan, of Latif flying.
Yes.
Even one that said it was outer space. I mean, so his feelings got hurt because people are laughing at him.
Yeah.
So I understand the need for him. You know what? No, I don't understand the need for him to say something on Twitter. I just think that he should have probably seen, Zlatan and say something to him, one way or whatever. Or next time they play, then he should show him up on the pitch. But taking to Twitter, I think it made it worse for Latif because in the comments, people weren't really siding with him. People were actually laughing at the fact that he got bulldozer. But the thing is this too, look at Latif's size to Zlatan.
All right, so the big takeaway for LA Galaxy, they won the derby, but LAFC still continue to lead the West. They're the standard bearer in the MLS thus far this season.
Can I just point out one last thing? And Zlatan's personality aside, he said something key in the post-match that I think every young footballer that's out there that's watching this right now and interested in football should listen to what he said. When they asked him about the playoffs, he said every game he's already in playoff mode.
Okay.
If you want to be a professional in life, take that advice. Forget about all the pageantry. He said that every game he treats it like a playoff. Not verbatim, but every game he treats it like a playoff. That was a very big statement for Zlatan.
And for young footballers, don't really pay attention to him because he still is yet to win an MLS title with all the drama that he brings to this league. Other major takeaways from this weekend, come on, New England Revolutions continue to run hot.
Yeah. So, are we going to say that Bruce has the magic touch? Is that what we're going to say? I think New England, they're finally gelling and they're playing well because they have good pieces, they have good players. So it's nice to see that they're winning. I like the coach. The coach is a good guy. He's a player's coach. So I really hope that this will be a continuation for them in the right direction.
And to wrap up our MLS report, short and sweet, DC United versus Atlanta United. Atlanta United defeated DC United after coming back after a 5-0 smoking of Houston in midweek. Junior, your thoughts? You didn't watch the game because you were on Ball Chat, but I mean that's a huge win for Atlanta United, knowing that both of these teams are competing for pole position.
Is the board proving himself? No, but one of the key things that earlier in the week, the general manager of the Five Stripes came out as he pretty much said that they're no longer trying to get the first place. Okay. They're just trying to play their best football going into the playoffs. Is this now that we're taking the pressure off the players to not live up to last year's standard, but just get your best football? We will see, but I heard that Pity Martinez scored a very good goal. Is this now Pity Martinez saying this is water under the bridge with the board? More to sell.
More to come on, your thoughts on it?
The score the score does not reflect the overall game. Atlanta should have won this game by at least 5 or 6 goals. The possession was off the chart. It was 71% possession for Atlanta versus 28 for DC. Clearances for DC was 33 clearances versus 8 for Atlanta. So it was a game for Atlanta to win convincingly. And the thing is, Atlanta scored in the 86th minute, and that was because Kitty was unmarked. The second goal, okay, I'll give it to you guys. But the scoreline should have been a bigger scoreline. So yes, you guys won, but I think it is worrisome for you guys to only win 2-0 when you completely outplayed DC United in every stat possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Frank de Boer is still at this stage, over midway in the season, are still haven't figured out how to really fix his team. They're playing a high defensive line, and they were getting beat on some of those counters on playing a high line. Other major news from the MLS this weekend. Come on, anything stood out for you, or anything that didn't stood out for you? Your thoughts as we wrap up our MLS wrap up.
Inaugural.
Philadelphia is doing well. So now I'm a little bit worried for the Jamaican striker Corey Burke, who is still having work permit issues.
Yes.
They're doing well without him. So are you really going to need him? That's one of my concerns for Philadelphia in regards to Corey. But they're doing well. San Jose beat Vancouver, and the Chris Wondolowski train still rolls on. Remember we talked about him and how we're not impressed by him being the leading goal scorer overall in MLS. But he keeps scoring and he's bringing his team along. Right. So, this weekend was actually good. I loved it. I love the fact that Houston beat Toronto 3-1, even though Jose Altidore scored a good goal, during one of the games. So this weekend was good. I like it. I like that other teams are winning, not just the face, right? That's not the name brand teams are winning.
Yeah. So as we wrap up, one final point on Rashawn Daly. Did you see Rashawn Daly of MC Cincinnati's of Jamaican background? Come on, your thoughts on him in that game against DC? Did he impress you at all?
He's okay. I think there are a couple of things that he can work on. But
Okay.
I think with more games under his belt, more experience under his belt, I think he can be one of the great players for Jamaica. He's athletic, he has great technical ability, and he's smart. So I just think the only problem with him is just the experience. But I was impressed with him for being, so young, and this being his first season, for him to kind of integrate himself into FC Cincinnati. And unfortunately, the team is not doing well, but that's not an indication of how well he is playing as a player.
Okay. And as we wrap up on MLS, any news on Darren Mattocks? Because he's still not playing and we don't know. The rumors was he's going to be leaving to another club, but any news on him? Is he still going to be staying in Cincinnati from what you're hearing?
No, nothing for Cincinnati. I heard that he's out of favor. I'm not sure, why or how, because Cincinnati needs all the help that they can get. And you know me already, I love Darren. I just think Darren has great ability. Maybe not as a true number 9, maybe on the wing where he's speedy and he can cut in. But I don't know. And I heard that he's going to Columbus too, which would be fitting because Caleb Porter is his old coach from Akron, and he took him to Portland with him. So I can see Caleb bringing him to Columbus too and using him on the wing.
Caleb
But nothing yet. Nothing concrete, nothing solid. There's no social media presence from Darren, so we don't know. There's just the rumor mill.
Caleb seems to always get his players. Darlington Nagbe might be next. Any final thoughts from you, Junior, on the MLS this weekend?
I just seeing teams getting ready for that final stretch of the postseason. We will see. We will see.
Short and sweet. MLS wrap up. This is our new weekly format, new weekly show, not format. Discussing the MLS, trying to focus on football in our backyard. We'll discuss some of the USL players from the Jamaican background in a yard segment, looking at Jamaican football is coming up in another show. But that's it, football lovers, aka soccer lovers, because them seven stop call it football for us.
And just remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button, subscribe to us so you can know we have many shows coming up. Like you said, we have the flagship, which is Ball Chat, is weekly. It's going to be live on YouTube and Facebook. You have this segment, and we're also going to have the Yada segment. So just keep it locked right here. Ball Chat.
And yo, Ballers and Bugs fans, don't worry, we're coming.
We're coming.
We're coming. Ball Chat followers, link us on social media, Ball Chat 1 on Twitter, Ball Chat Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel somewhere. Hit that subscription button and hit tell a friend. It's all about soccer, all about football. We accept various opinions on the show. Ball Chat Podcast on Facebook, Ball Chat Podcast on Instagram, and Ball Chat 1 on Twitter again. Come on! DC United get kicked up.
Unfortunately.
All right, later, come on.
All right, that's all. Bye-bye.